We're live. So today, have you been wondering how you can actually access your heart? Did you realize that it's really important to be able to access your heart to keep things in check? And so today I'm going to be sharing with Lisa Brown of Lisa Brown Coaching. She's a wonderful friend of mine, and she has a spectacular tool that we're going to learn about and actually kind of dig a little bit into today. And it's called HeartMath. Lisa?
Thank you, Susan. So wonderful to be here. Wonderful to be here with your community. And I just kind of want to state the obvious, right? That everybody right now is feeling the effects of more stress in our lives, right? And I don't think anybody is really spared, which is kind of an exceptional situation. And I know that you're always talking with your people about how important it is to manage our stress levels, because stress is something that affects every system of our body, right? Every system of our being, including our immune system, right? So that's why you've included, in your own model for premier wellness, in the live category, you've got stress levels low, right? It's so important to manage our stress. And obviously, right now, it's especially important. And I think we need to actually be consciously and intentionally using stress management tools that keep our levels in a healthy range. So I want to ask you, what are some really effective stress management tools, Dr. Lavelle, that you are recommending to the people that you see? I mean, I'm sure it includes extra sleep. What else? We're putting together a toolbox, I feel like, right?
Exactly. So, as you mentioned, sleep, warm baths in the evening, meditation, morning and afternoon, having a ritual that you do, gratitude journaling, all of these things
Mm,
are wonderful. And, we've been going through some of them. These are all wonderful things to put in your toolbox. But I am so happy that you're going to be telling us about another tool that we can
yeah.
actually use. And you're going to be sharing that with us today.
Yeah, and this tool is really effective, and it really isn't commonly known and understood.
Mhm.
And it is literally a heartbeat away at all times, right? And it's this ability to manage the quality of your own heart rhythm. All right. So I want to unpack that just a little bit. I want to explain what that means, show just a little bit of the basic science, just so that people understand what this tool is doing once we practice it. But then I want to give some time to share two basic heart math tools so that you'll have that in your toolbox. How's that sound? Good?
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. All right. So at this point, I'm going to switch to a couple of slides, and I am we are going to assume that this will all go very smoothly. I am going to share my screen. Okay. And let's see here.
Okay.
Can you tell me, Susan, what you are
It's
seeing?
up. It's up and you're on screen.
Okay, and we're not on the right slide, so can I even though I wished for smooth sailing. Okay, here we go. Very good.
There we go.
All right, so this is the basic science that I want to make sure everybody is aware of. As when our hearts beat, they create an electromagnetic field, okay? And that the wave, there are two different examples of what this wave can look like, all right? On the left side, it's in the red, you'll see an incoherent heart rhythm, all right? And if you look at it, to me, it actually looks incoherent. It looks a bit chaotic. It looks jerky. It looks uncomfortable,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the one on the right-hand side is a coherent heart rhythm, All right. And you'll see that it just has a very beautiful, nice sine wave there. Okay.
It
And
looks
what,
relaxed.
pardon me?
I said it looks relaxed.
It looks relaxed, right? And
Mhm.
I think one of the greatest gifts that HeartMath has given through their decades of research is this understanding of how the heart, the brain and nervous system, and the emotions all work together. All
Mhm.
right. So, what is the difference between what created these two very different qualities in heart rhythm patterns? And if you see on the slide that the incoherent wave rhythm was created when someone was feeling, it's based on your emotional state, okay? And so an incoherent rhythm is created by emotions like frustration, irritation, impatience, worry. So just imagine if we had everyone hooked up to, the HeartMath biofeedback tools that are available, many people, their heart rhythm would be in this incoherent rhythm. Would you agree? I mean,
Yes.
we're struggling right
Right
now.
now.
Yeah. And on the flip side, this beautiful, smooth, coherent sine wave is created in the heart by feelings of very renewing emotions like appreciation and calm and patience and confidence. All right.
Mhm.
So, why is that important and related to the stress response? So, this is the core, just basic science I want to convey. Your heart is always sending messages to your brain. In fact, your heart is sending more messages to the brain than the other way around, which is surprising to many people. When your heart is sending this coherent rhythm to the brain, it first hits this place called the amygdala, and that spot in your brain makes a decision about whether there is a threat that needs to be addressed or whether you're good to go and the coast is clear, you can carry on with life as usual. Okay. So when you are sending that very beautiful, smooth sine wave, that coherent pattern up to your brain, it facilitates brain function. You are getting access to the higher centers of your brain, and you're able to be creative and problem solve and be open-hearted. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So conversely, now I don't have a slide that shows what I want to show, but imagine that stress anxiety pattern, that incoherent wave, was the message that was being sent to the amygdala. And basically what that tells the brain is that there's some sort of threat, right? There's danger. And it throws us into the stress response, the fight or flight response, which creates that whole cascade of both perceptions and biochemicals that keep us, that are not healthy for us, okay?
Right.
So that's the basics. So do you have questions or things you want to be clarified? I just wanted people to see that there's this communication between the heart and the brain, and it matters whether it's an incoherent or coherent rhythm that's being sent from the heart to the brain. Got it?
Yep.
Make sense?
Absolutely.
All right. So let me now come off, stop sharing my screen.
Huh?
Okay. My back?
Yep. You're back.
Okay. So what I want to do is, another great gift of HeartMath is that they prove that we are able, usually our heart rhythm is part of our autonomic nervous system, but HeartMath created a system of you to actually have an effect and influence that rhythm. So I'm going to teach you 2 HeartMath tools that allow you to make that switch from an incoherent to a coherent heart rhythm. All right? Okay, so the first is the most basic HeartMath tool, which is called heart focused breathing. So I'm going to encourage everybody, if you don't have to close your eyes, but if you feel more comfortable, you can do so if it helps you focus. So I invite everybody to, step 1 is heart focus. Put your attention on the area of your heart. You can put your hand on your heart if it helps you just get centered there. Heart focus, and then heart breathing. Imagine you're breathing in and out of your heart. So I'm just going to let everybody take 3 nice deep breaths at your own pace, just imagining you're breathing in and out of your heart. All right. That's the most simple and basic HeartMath tool. I'm just curious, Susan, how that make you feel? Did you notice any subtle shift of any kind?
Relaxed.
Relaxed. Isn't it amazing that that combination of the breath and the heart awareness automatically activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation response, okay? So this tool, heart focused breathing, can be used in the moment anytime that you feel a trigger, a stress trigger of any kind, whether it's your kids or the news or anything where you feel that sense of being triggered into a stress response.
Mhm.
Remember heart focused, heart breathing. Go to your heart, imagine you're breathing in and out of your heart. And what this tool does, it takes you to neutral so that you have a chance of interrupting the automatic pattern, right? It just interrupts that from happening, and like nipping in the bud, sort of that automatic stress response and everything that flows from it, okay? So that's the most basic. Now I want to layer on one other thing to teach you something called quick coherence, which I would say is the sort of the core HeartMath tool on which all the others are built.
Okay.
Okay. So quick coherence, I think maybe we'll just do it and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Okay. So again, I invite you, close your eyes if you feel comfortable, but you don't have to. You can get coherent with your eyes wide open. So heart focus. Imagine your awareness in the area of your heart. Heart breathing. Imagine you're breathing in and out of your heart. Just take a few nice deep breaths there. And now we add in a heart feeling. Take a moment to generate from this space in your heart area a positive, renewing, regenerative feeling, such as gratitude or care or love. Imagine a loved one. Imagine something that brings you joy. Or fill your heart with feelings of gratitude for the blessings in your life. Whatever you choose, just imagine that energy is growing and spreading and radiating out to every cell of your body and beyond. And just give yourself a moment to rest in. I like to actually think of it as healing medicine that you're generating from your own heart, or healing energy. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Susan, you want to share any shifts there, what you noticed when you added on that extra heart feeling?
I actually forgot I was even here. So there we go. I was someplace else entirely. Yeah.
And just so you know, it feels wonderful. You intuitively know that this is good for you. And I just want to remind you of the science. Remember that picture, that as you are moving through those 3 steps, heart focus, heart breathing, heart feeling, you are, if you were hooked up to, HeartMath has biofeedback tools that you can hook onto yourself and be watching this in real time. You are making that shift from an incoherent to a coherent heart rhythm. Excellent. Which has multiple health benefits, especially at this time. So that's just a little taste of all that the heart has to offer. And I could, there's so much more, but I know that this is meant to be a little gift to everyone. And I hope everybody finds it helpful and also is like intrigued and encouraged to find out more.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And
You're
I know
welcome.
that you have something coming up that you wanted to tell us about. Would you share that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to share. So this is the work that I do. I exclusively work with women around wellness, life balance, personal empowerment. And so on May 5th, the evening of May 5th, I'm pulling together a gathering, a complimentary gathering of women. The gathering is titled Navigating Uncertainty, 3 Keys to More Resilience and Empowerment in Times of Stress. So it's an invitation to everybody. I want to create a safe space and a purpose-driven space for women to get together, share both challenges and opportunities that are opening up right now, and learn some tools so that we can really get into an empowered relationship with everything that's happening. And that is, I can share with you that the only thing I ask for you to come and join us is I've created a very brief survey so that I can get a pulse on what everybody's feeling and what they're grappling with right now, so that the talk can be really relevant and helpful. So
Absolutely.
I can share a link to the survey, and then be happy to have you join us. It's a really like your community. There's nothing more wonderful than pulling together smart, conscious, dynamic women, right, to support one another. And so that's what that evening's all about.
Absolutely. Yes. I think that's totally wonderful. And I thank you that you're doing this for us and making it so easy for us to really just jump in. So yeah.
Yeah, my pleasure. My
Great.
pleasure. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa of Lisa Brown Coaching. And we're going to put the link to her event down in the chat below. If you found any value with this, please feel free to share it with people, and then join her next week. So thank you for being here today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow and with our 30 days of health and hope. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.